Hey guys, Melissa here. In this video, I'm going to show you how I take copper washers, hammer them out, add some beads, and a handmade little toggle clasp to make a cool looking bracelet. This is a fun and simple beginner-friendly design, so if you want to learn how I did this, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Okay, so this is a pretty simple bracelet design. The supplies, I'm gonna grab my box of washers. I think I'm gonna use this size. That looks like a nice hefty size. 16 and 22. I'm gonna grab 6 of those. I also grabbed 6 tiger eye beads. These are 8mm, but you can use anything you want, any size bead. And for wire, I'm gonna use 20 gauge to make my wrapped loops with, 14 gauge wire to make a nice chunky toggle clasp. All right, so let's get started. You know what, I'm gonna hammer everything out first, so that'll take some time. Alright, I got all 6 of my washers all hammered out. And you know what I did? So my steel block has these fine lines in them. There's a grain to it. And I find that grain texture comes out in my hammered pieces. So I tried the garage floor, which is concrete. That added a little dimply type of texture to my washers. So before I tie it all together, I'm going to make my toggle clasp. I'm going to cut myself about 2 inches. That should give me plenty to make a toggle with. Okay, so to make this, I want to make a loop right in the middle. Grab some round nose pliers. Make a loop. As evenly as you can. Make yourself a loop right in the middle. Straighten it out a bit. Make my loop a little smaller. Cut them down though, because you want them to fit through your ring. And cut a couple millimeters off each side here. That should be good. Now what I want to do with this, I want to hammer out the ends of my toggle clasp here. Kind of flare them out a little bit, so when I hit it, I'm going to flare it out. This is what I came up with. So I tapered the edges here, and then I threw some texture on it as well. I'm just going to take a little sharpening stone here and smooth out the edges. Metal files work the same way. We're actually almost done. We just have to tie them all together. Just make a bunch of wrapped loops. Let's add the toggle first. And we'll work our way around. because you have to make your loops big enough to accommodate your links. I just had to adjust mine. And I always just kind of eyeball how much wire I think I'm going to need for my loops. This bracelet's getting pretty long. I might not need all these links or beads, but we'll measure it as we go. I'm going to add one more link. I'm going to measure and see where we're at. I'm going to go through and check all my loops and my ends. Make sure they're all straight and tucked. This turned out to be a 7 3/4 inch bracelet. With a toggle clasp. Pretty cute, right? I think I'm gonna go oxidize this and we'll see how it turns out. I'll be back. All right, so these are oxidized steel wool and then washed them up with a toothbrush and some mild soap. So I made this one for you. A little larger. I made a variation. I made this one where the washers are slightly smaller. The beads are the same, but I use 6 of each. For more variations, you can go even smaller still. So this is a fun and easy design for any beginner. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you make your own. And that's it for me. So I hope you liked this video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.